Unlock the full potential of your PowerPoint presentations with our advanced Morph tutorial. In this video, you'll learn how you can use Morph, bang bang name, also exclamation, exclamation name, and links to create a dynamic hero selector. The possibilities are endless. Let's get started. Let's start by creating 3 new slides. Insert slide. We'll just copy it and paste it a couple times. Let's come to my first slide, and we're going to grab the 3 heroes that I want. I'm going to grab this hero, grab these heroes, and we'll bring them over onto this first page. This one's hiding off the side, this one will slightly be on the page, and this one's right here in the middle. Next, we want to bring over the text, but the text is white, so we need our background. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to format paint the background and copy it over to our other pages. And we're going to go and get our text boxes that we already created. We'll bring them down here. The font we're using is Bookman Old Style, and we're using it set at a white font. Now these other two, they're also set at a white font, but we have the text option set to show transparency at 80%. When transparency is at 0, it's fully white. We do this instead of changing the color, we can just change the transparency. Cool little effect. Next thing we do is we're going to insert our shapes. So we're going to click a circle, and we're going to hold shift. If you don't hold shift, your circle could be an oval, and we don't want that. Undo, click on here, we'll hold shift, and that looks like about good. This circle is a little bit big, so let's go ahead and resize it to a 0.83. We're going to copy the circle, we're going to hold control, and we're going to drag it over. This one we're going to resize and make it a little bit smaller at a 0.66. We're going to send this shape to the front. See, it fits right there. Next we're going to do is we're going to copy this shape over. You can see it's behind, so we'll bring that one also to the front again. We're going to put the shape over where we want it to intersect, and we're going to click on the shape in the back and then hold shift and click on the shape in the front. It must be done in that order or this function won't work. So you hit shape format and you're going to go and you're going to hit intersect. Now the circle that we have is intersecting with the shape in the back. You could also do subtract if you're doing another function. Maybe you wanted a headless knight. So we're going to intersect, and now we have the shape that we want. Now the picture in the back, we don't quite like that. So we're going to right click on this. We're going to change the color to black, but we're going to set the transparency to 100. And the line, we want that line to be white. It'll stand out better. Perfect. Next, we're going to copy these shapes a couple more times for our other heroes. Let's go ahead and center these objects with our hero selection screen. So we'll select them all and we'll move them over. Perfect. Now, let's go ahead and link these to the pages that we want them to work on. So we're going to right click on here, we're going to go to link, and we're going to say, hey, when you click on this, go to slide 6. And for the next one, slide 7, and then slide 8. Next, let's change the image. We want this image to be this hero, so we're going to copy him. We're going to come over here, we're going to right click, and we're going to change picture to clipboard. We'll do the same thing for the other one. Click on that hero, copy, right click, change picture from clipboard. Perfect. Now we have a few more elements. What we're going to do is we're going to add a little shading to the side. We could copy the image over, but I'll show you how we did it from scratch. So we're going to go to shapes, we're going to hit a rectangle, we're going to draw a rectangle shape. We might have to move that over a bit. And that looks like a good size. I'm going to bring it here. Perfect. Next, we're going to come here and we're going to change the color of this. We have a solid fill, but we want to change this to a gradient fill. So we're going to click on gradient. Our colors are black, and look at this. It already remembered what I previously set. So we have 2 gradients here, and depending on where you set that stop is where it's going to change. So I want just enough shadowing there, and this other one right here is going to be at transparency 100%. And that way we start, it's a seamless line. Oh, you can see the line right now. Let's go ahead and change that too. We're going to come to the line and we're going to say no line. Perfect. So now, and now it just smoothly gradient fills this little shadow. We're going to copy this and let's go ahead and put it on the other side. We'll paste, and we're going to flip this picture. So we'll go to Arrange, and we'll go to Rotate, and we're going to flip horizontally, and we'll slide that one right over the edge. But I also want one at the bottom to make those buttons pop out just a little bit. So we'll come over here, we'll go to Arrange, and we'll do a Rotate, and we'll rotate it 90 degrees. We'll bring it down here, and we'll resize it. It's in front of those buttons, so you'll want to right click and send it to the back. Perfect. Now our buttons look fantastic. Let's fix this. And everything looks great. All of our text, all of our buttons, everything works, so we don't have to replicate it on the other slide. So we'll go ahead and we'll copy everything to the next slide. Now we have this hero, and we're going to go ahead and move him over to the side. We're going to bring our other heroes forward. We need to adjust this picture size. We're going to right click, we're going to format picture. It's at 53%. Remember, this one was at 30%. So we'll go ahead and change this one to 53. We'll center him. Looks like he's standing on the stones. Perfect. We'll change this one to a 30. Looks like he's just leaving. Perfect. Everything looks great. We need to move this text over. You could do a format paint, set that one there. We'll have to fix where that's at. Let's move this text over. We'll set this one to a 28. We'll set this one to a 28. Move this over to the side. Make you bigger, make you smaller. Mr. Tutor, PhD, he's got the knowledge, he's got the key. Helping people learn, that's his expertise. From A to Z, he's the one you need. Study sessions late at night, he's always. And perfect. Let's do the next thing. Let's do the same thing for the next slide. We'll copy this over. Come to our last slide. We'll bring these over. He's got patience, he's got skills, helping you understand no matter how you feel, whether you struggle or you're flying high. Mr. Tutor's here, gonna get you by. Tech Tutor, Tech Tutor. In a world turning high tech, he's the guide. And next, we'll move our heroes. We'll zoom out, just make it a little bit easier. Right down to a 30%. Oops. Put it in a good spot. Bring you up to 53. Set you on the middle. Helping you understand no matter how you feel, whether you struggle or you're flying high. Next, we need to update the buttons that we're going to be clicking on. So for the knight, this looks fine. But for the warrior, we need the knight to be the other image. So we're gonna zoom out, click on the knight, we'll copy, and we're going to change the picture from clipboard, and we'll do that on the next one too. Now for the ones that we already have, we don't have to use the same trick that we did before. Instead, we can do a crop function. Right click, crop, and you get this big black box around it. We're going to zoom. We're going to bring his mug right there. Perfect. Next, let's do the same thing for the wizard. Go to the wizard, right click, we'll crop. Zoom him out. Perfect. Now, let's test our morph. Let's go to slideshow. Say from current slide. Well, that's all I have for you today. Leave a comment and let me know what you're working on or what you want to see. Let's get smarter together.